Hey everyone, it's Jill Lancet, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Australia, and I'm just going to make a really cute fun fold for you today. I've already made one. I'm going to make a second one quite a bit differently, just to give you some different ideas. So first of all, I just want to get some business out of the way. Host code ends on the 5th of March. There is my name. There is my website, jilllancet.stampinup.net. And that's my email address. If you need any information, when you go to my website, when you go to my page, there is other contact information there as well. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is the current online exclusives. Now, I've just done a screen print from my computer. I'm sorry if it's not that fantastic. But this is the opening page of my website. So when you go here, if you scroll down, you will see this banner here. Now it changes. There's little arrows that you can go backwards and forwards. But this is the one you want to see, the online exclusives. Now I was going to print them out, but there's about 4 or 5 pages or something. There's a lot of online exclusive products at the moment, and they've bought some things back, like the 2-inch punch, I think it is. There's a couple of circle punches, which are really handy to have. They would be stock in trade items that you should have. But yeah, go there. You can actually click on there, shop now, and it'll take you to just the exclusive online items. So that's out of the way. Now, it's Friday afternoon, nearly school finishing time. I have my coffee, just a small cup of coffee. I like mine black, and so I'll probably be drinking that throughout the session. So, yeah, if you hear something slurping, it's me. I'll be back in a tick. See, I just had to have a mouthful then. Okay, so there are 2 stamp sets and collections, whatever you want to call it, that I'm featuring today in this card. One I've already made, one I'm going to make. So the first one that I've already made is using the fantastic sun prints. Now, I haven't done a lot with this. Shame on me. I really haven't done a lot with this. Sorry, I'm just going to stand up to make sure that that's all in your view. So here's the card that I made. It's a really nice little fun fold. It stands up. It does stand up. I saw it. Oh gosh, look, I had a name written down, but when I tried to find it, I couldn't find it after that. So could be Fiona Witten, or it could be Jan B cards. Gosh, I'm terrible at that. Anyway, that's the card that I have made. And these items are all in this Sun Prints Suite collection. So the papers are beautiful. You get the stamp set and the die set. For $134.75. That's Australian, of course. So you get the bundle, you get the papers, and the papers are gorgeous. And so you fold this corner down. Now, she just had it down. I added this bit, and I added this bit just to make it a bit more substantial. So we're going to make it, but we're going to make it in... Oh, and the enamel dots are from this little packet here called Enamel Dots Essentials. I've got a sneaking suspicion they might be in the mini catalogue, but yeah, I thought they were with this, so I didn't get it out. But anyway, that's what they look like. That's the number. And they're in Night of Navy. I think that's Sahara Sand, and you get white ones as well. So, and that's the colours that are featured in here. So that's why I added them. Anyway, let's have a look at the next set of items that I'm going to be making the next card out of, and that is the, what's it called? Hues of Happiness. Why did it take me so long to find that? These are really bright, colourful, floral. This could be more like a masculine card. This one is going to probably definitely be a feminine card. So these gorgeous papers, and the dies in the bundle will cut out some of the papers, some of the flowers from the papers. Excuse me, I've not long had lunch. So yeah, without any further ado, I will start making this card. So, oops, she says, dropping things everywhere. So what you need to do, here are the two stamp sets that I used. Nature's Prints, I hope that's not glary, and the Happiness Abounds. They're both the stamp sets I use. That's on this card here. So we don't need that at the moment because we're going to be focusing on Happiness Abounds. So what I've done is I've cut everything out. I haven't scored it, I haven't put it together, but I have cut everything out. So I want to show you how to create this card. You will need your paper trimmer. You'll also need your Stamp and Pierce mat because we're using photopolymer stamps. So the first thing you need to do is to cut your A4 piece, which is 21 centimetres wide. You want to cut it at 21 centimetres. So you've got a 21 centimetre by 21 centimetre square. Now I'm using Melon Mumbo, which is a very vibrant pink. So I have cut that down already. The next thing we need to do is just scoring on this piece here. So what you need to do is pop your cardstock in and go across to 7. Now I hope you can see that. I'll go up a bit closer. There's 7. So we're going to put the edge of the page on 7. And light grey scoring blade. So I'm going to give that a really good score. And then I'm going to turn it 90 degrees, pop it back in here, go across to 7 again, and score it again. So what you now have is this 21 by 21 7 piece of cardstock scored the whole way down at 7, scored the whole way across at 7 centimetres, 7 centimetres. Now we're going to mark this just before we do anything else with that. We're going to take our ruler and mark this from, oops, that'll be the glue, Reg. Okay, from the corner where we have it scored, here's our score mark down, here's our score mark across. So up in this corner here, I'm going to measure 14 centimetres across, 14 centimetres, and I'm going to put a mark. Now, turning it from this, from the same corner, gosh, I'll get it right in a minute, and I'm turning the ruler around, and I want to mark it at 14 centimetres again. Okay, so there it is there. There's the mark there. Okay, so I've got these two lines, two score marks now that will actually intersect where those two score lines meet. So I'm going to score that. Now, you can mark it up if you want to, but it's just as easy to find that little check mark there and that little check mark there and put that in your paper trimmer. Now it's on the diagonal, as you can see, which I hope you can see. So I'm going to put this little pencil mark there And I hope you can see that other little pencil mark there. Hang on. I need to move that up a bit. Oops. I just dimmed my light, sorry. Yeah, so you should be able to see that check mark there and that check mark there. Now, you want to get this pretty spot on, okay? And when you have, you're just going to score straight through the whole lot. So, done with our paper trimmer now for the minute. Now, I'm not sure if you can see those score marks. Pretty hard to tell if you can or not. But we're going to fold them all. Okay, so you're going to need your bind folder. And the first one, just score it across. Score the second one across. And then score this one across. Now, turn them over and give them a really good score the other way as well. Because we're going to be kind of concertina folding this, it's good if they're all scored both ways. So now you've got this scored piece. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring the two diagonal scores up, push them down, and then give everything else a score. Now I'm going to do that again for you. Okay. So we've got our two diagonals. We're going to bring them towards each other, and you'll see that this automatically wants to fold. Push them down. They should meet. They should meet in the middle. And then push them down and give that a really good score. So that's the basis of our card. Okay. Now, the next thing I did was I cut 2 pieces of melon mumbo. And they are 7 by 7. 7 by 7 centimetres. Oh, you can't see it against that. 7 by 7 centimetres. I cut 2 basic white pieces at 6.5 by 6.5. And I have cut some patterned paper, DSP paper, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces at 6.5 by 6.5 centimetres. So cut your 12 by 12 piece at 6.5 and then chop each piece at 6.5. Now I think I had to make 2 to get the 7, but anyway. So there's all of our pieces. Now we're going to concentrate on the card. So I'm going to sit down. I hope everything's in order and we'll get to it. I'm just going to have a sip of my lovely coffee before it goes cold. Cheers. So we've got all of our card and DSP papers cut. Now on the first card, what did I do with it? Look, I've already lost it. No, I haven't. On the first card, I alternated. I turned it over to create a bit of interest. But I'm not going to do that this time. I just wanted to do it a little bit differently. Same but different. Okay, so you'll see we're going to do them all with the same pattern on them. But we're going to do some stamping and some colouring first. So this is where you need your Stamp and Pierce mat and a bit of scrap paper. Where's my bit of scrap paper? Okay. So we have 2 pieces here. We're just going to do them one at a time. So I chose a couple of sentiments. Where is the other sentiment? Uh-oh. Oh, and I thought I was so organised. Hold on. Hold your horses, honey. Nope, I didn't. There it is there. Okay, so now we're in business. So on the front of the card, what did I want to say? You are wonderful in every way. It's one of the greetings from the stamp set. It's this one here. You are wonderful in every way. So that's going to be on the front of the card. Now what I wanted to do was I wanted to put it up in the center here. I think I'll stamp it in Mossy Meadow just to keep this as a unified, because we're using two colors. So we'll have a practice run on here first. Ink that up. It's a darkish green. Well, I wouldn't say dark, I'd say medium probably. Beautiful, look at that. So I want to stamp that in the top center on this card. So, yep. Now just bear with me because I really can't see what I'm doing. But anyway, we'll press on. There we go. Hope it's straight. Not pressing really hard, just holding that down. A little bit of pressure. The Stampin' Pierce mat pushes back. It's the cushioning that you need with the photopolymer stamps. So there you go. Look at that, beautiful. Fairly straight. Nobody's going to notice, okay? So that's there. Now I want to stamp some flowers, and I had made some masks previously. Now masks, in case you don't know, are made from a sticky paper. It's called the Stampin' Masking Paper. It might be a little tricky to find in the catalogue. Give me 2 seconds and I'll show you where it is. It's very handy to have because you can create a scene. Now, if you look at the paper, this flower is in front of this flower. It's on top of it. So is the blue one. So we're going to mimic that, and we need a mask. We need some masking paper to do that. Now, let me just see if I can find it for you, because it is a bit tricky. Okay. Is it here? Six. No, they're the adhesive sheets. I told you it was hard to find. Dimensionals, dimensionals, dimensionals. What's 5? Sheet. Okay, sorry. Probably should have done this before, but didn't. Okay, it's not there. Oh dear. Hold on. Hold your horses. Okay, here we go. I think this is it. Yep, it's on a page 149. It's number 9. It's the masking paper. Okay, now you get, does it tell you how many? 12 adhesive sheets, and they're 5 by 7, so they're quite big. Now you really don't use a lot, and it's very thin paper, and it has a removable adhesive on the back, with a protective piece on the back, but it is actually quite sticky. So what I've done is I've de-stickified it, for want of a better word. I've kind of stuck it on my hand, stuck it on my clothing, and tried to de-stickify it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, there we go, I'm going to stamp this around about, let me see if I can find it. Because this one's already had a piece cut out of it, I want to use the same positioning. Nope. There it is there. Okay, so I want to stamp it like that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp this in the Melon Mumbo, because we're going to colour it in the Melon Mumbo. So I've just got to remember which way I'm stamping that. And I'm just inking it up. Now, I want to ink it like, I want to stamp it like right up near the message. Okay, right there. And I'll show you how we mask, how we create that look of having a flower in front of another flower, and we're going to do it with some leaves as well. So there's our main flower. Okay, now we're going to stamp this flower as well, and you see I have another mask for this one. Now they can be quite delicate, so be careful when you're removing them so that they don't tear, because as I said, the paper is very, very thin. Okay, it's starting to tear there, but it doesn't matter because we can stick it down and smooth it down. Okay, so I think, where is it? I don't know where it is. There it is. Nope, that's not it. Oh, forgive me. I don't know where it is for the life of me. Nope. Is that it? No. Oh, my goodness. Okay, here we go. I think this is it. Is that it? Oh, my goodness. Nope. I don't know where it is. I think I've got another one. Hold your horses, honey. Nope. Well, that's worked out well. You know what they say. It'll be all right on the night. I can't even find that petal. Where is it? Okay, I think that's that one there. Okay, there it is. The one I'm looking for is the one that's been torn off. No wonder I couldn't find it. Okay, there we go. But the one I'm looking for has been torn off. But that's okay because we're going to be doing this flower over here somewhere. So I'm going to ink that up. Gosh, I think I need another drink of coffee. That was very stressful. Okay, so we're just inking that up. I will have some coffee. I hope you've got a coffee or whatever it is that is your beverage of choice. So I'm going to put this one over here like this. I want to kind of fill it up. Again, just holding that down with a little bit of pressure. And there we go. Now, I'm going to cover this one up with its mask. This one is infinitely easier to sort out. And when you cut your masks out, you do need to cut them by hand. And you just want to cut on the black line or just inside it. So when you are doing that, you'll understand what I mean. Okay, so now we're going to ink up the leaves in the mossy meadow. So that's going to tie us in. So I shall do some leaves here, which you won't see probably. Do some more here, going this way. And when I peel the masks off, will reveal what I've been banging on about, basically. So we'll just do another one down here, which you probably won't even see, but we will colour anyway. And I think another part of one over here, just to fill that space. There we go. So now we're going to colour those with our blends. Now the blends are alcohol markers. These inks are water-based, so there should not be an issue there. So when I peel these masks off, you will see the scene that I've just created now. So this flower is in front of this flower, and this flower and this flower are in front of those leaves. So we've created that scene. We've given it a sort of a 3D look. So now I'm going to colour that. And I've just got Mango Melody, and I've chosen Granny Apple Green for the greens. I've got light and the dark on both of those. And normally what I do is, oh, I was going to put some Mango Melody, sorry, in the center of those flowers. So I'll do that first. So a bit of Mango Melody in there. Yeah, Mango Melody, and this is Melon Mumbo. I have problems saying the names of all these colours, but anyway. So I'm just going to put some dark in the middle, just in the centre of the petals, and then pull that out with the lighter one. Now you can do it the other way around if you wish. Now they will dry a little bit lighter, so... But we haven't lost the integrity of the outline. So you can still see the outline. And we're blending those two colours in. So I started with the centre petals. I think you noticed that. Started with the centre petals. Pulling that darker colour out. Then we'll get to the other petals. And look, you don't have to be an art major, okay? You just want to put some colour on here. Basically get the job done. So now I'm going to do the second round of petals. So it's going to be darker here. So I'm going to concentrate it there. Concentrate it here. And I'm using the thick end, the brush end, which you might think, why? But you use whatever one you're comfortable with. Okay. So there's some more outside petals there. And using the lighter one, I'm just going to colour that. Now, when I go over the dark and pull it out, it does blend it. It lessens the line that between the two colours, between the two tones. And they make blending so easy, these markers. Now, if you're not happy with it, just go back over it. But you must pick up the dark with the lighter marker in order to get that to blend. So if you just colour up to it, you'll get a demarcation line, but if you colour over it, it will blend. So the outer petals are darker because they're underneath. There you go. Now that will start to get lighter as it dries out. So I'm going to do the same thing with this one here. This one's only a very small flower. The colouring's good for you. It's very relaxing. So yeah, and if you can make it easier, why not? So again, I'm going to start with the light out here, bring it into the dark and just meet the dark. And this, as I said, is the Melon Mumbo light and dark combos. You buy them in twos. You get the light one and the dark one. Now you can mix these again with other colours. Like I could have, if I wanted to make this really dark, I could probably go cherry cobbler in the middle there. And then blend that in with the dark Melon Mumbo. Gosh, these names, I'm telling you. Anyway, there's that one there. And then I'm going to do the same with the Granny Apple Green. Put a bit of dark down first. Can't colour and talk, sorry. Yeah. But this is great if you want to have a bit of quiet time. Colouring's really, really good. So I'm just getting the light Granny Apple Green. And blending that dark out. So you get a variation of the colour. I hope you can see this. It kind of picks the colour up and spreads it a bit. So don't be afraid to experiment. I mean, these alcohol markers are the sort that, you know, the manga. Don't know if you know what manga is, but a lot of artists use these. It's much easier and cleaner than, you know, I mean, illustrators, you know. But anyway. And just these couple here. So you can see how that just sort of like melted. So there we go. Oh, and I will use the fine point for this little stem here. Actually, I think I'll use the dark one. There we go. So there's our colouring done on that one. That is going on the front of the card. Now, on the inside of the card, what did I do with it? Seriously? What did I do with it? It's on a block somewhere. Good grief. Oh no, it's not. It's not on the block yet. It's okay. I'll just keep taking the tablets. So this one says, wishing you all the happiness you can imagine. So that's going to go on the inside of the card. Now I'm going to do it down here this time. I'm going to do it in the Mossy Meadow again. I'll give it a test run first. Lovely. Okay. So I want to do it down sort of like here in this corner, and I'll tell you the reason behind that. When it stands up and it pops open, you can kind of see this little panel. So bear my head in if it's in the way, and I hope you can see this. So fingers crossed, hold your breath, whatever else you do, and hope this is straight. Looks pretty straight to me. So now again, I'm going to do the same thing with the flowers. They'll be in a different orientation, obviously, because now the message is down there. Melon Mumbo. So I think what we'll do is we'll just do part of it. I think I'll just do part of it like that. You can tell I didn't really have a plan in place. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Okay, so there we've got that. Now we need our mask again, and I've probably done the same thing. Oh, look, there it is, right there. That was good work. And you can use them over and over again, as you can see. You can use these masks over and over again. So what I want to do now is maybe have this little flower coming up in this direction and put a leaf going that way and a leaf going that way. Don't even probably need the mask, but we'll leave it there just in case. Again, in the melon mumbo, we'll put this one going that way. Do we need another one over here? No, I think we'll do leaves. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll put our little mask over this one. And put some leaves coming down. Which way will the leaves go? I think we'll have them going like that. Just to fill in that space there. And put some leaves coming this way, I think. Okay, there we go. And I'll just quickly colour that one in as well. Sorry, you're going to have to see me colouring again, but if you didn't get it all the first time, here's your chance. Now, when you're masking, you'll notice it really does give a really good impression that is behind it. So we'll start with the dark melon. Oh, we'll start with the mango melody. Do the middle of this flower here. And we'll start again. So I'm just going to do dark, 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 all the way around there. Pull that out with the light. Now, because this is all flower here, it doesn't matter, I don't have to be so precise. In fact, you could probably colour the whole thing in light and then go over it in the dark and then just remix it. So this one here, this is the second row of petals that I want dark in the background. So there we go there. This one here, I think we need to go there. This one here. This one here. You know, you don't even have to do this. You can colour them all the same colour if you wanted to. But it's my job to teach you maybe something that you didn't know how to do before. So you get to see it in action, you get to see the end result, and it's up to you then to decide whether you want to do this or not. But it just does make a little bit of variation in the colours of the petals. And so we've got this, still got the smaller one to do, which won't take me very long. Oops. Actually, I think that is petal behind that too. So we can just colour that whole thing in there. Now I'm going to hold it up and just show you the difference. So this one, it's had a chance to dry. You can see the variation in the colouring. This one's still wet. So now I'll do this second one and then the leaves. So we want some dark in the middle. dark there. Colouring with the light. Hopefully you'll be able to see it on this bigger section, how you can pick that up and move it out. So we want to keep these pieces light. And you can leave a bit of white, so don't be afraid of leaving a bit of white either. Okay, now I'm going to do the leaves again. Dark, here's the dark one. There's not too many leaves to colour this, thankfully. Okay. Now you most definitely could use the bullet end. You know, if this broader brush end sort of frightens you. Sorry, can't colour and talk at the same time. I did say that. Don't say you weren't warned. Sorry. Okay, so we had a really good class at Rudy Hill on Sunday. I did post pictures of the cards that we made on my Facebook page, so you can pop over and have a look at those if you want to. So there we have that. Now, one's an inside, one's an outside. So now what I'm going to show you is how to assemble this card. Let's get all this stuff out of the way. And that really didn't take that long at all. So we've just stepped it up a little bit. We could have just, I don't know, put a message on there and whatever. So we've got our two pieces here. We'll pop them over there and I'll show you how we're going to create this. So basically, I'm just putting each piece, there's a small border. So I'm putting each piece on each of the squares and I'll show you. I'm using our stamp and seal, not the plus, just the stamp and seal. You don't need a terrible lot, you know, just a little bit in each corner. And what I do is I sort of just twist it and it breaks the adhesive cycle. So I'll put the first one here. It's a good idea to put the first one here so that you can line all of the rest of them up with that one. So we're going to continue that line across there and continue that line across there. Now, if you wanted to, you could put them in order. I'm not going to be that pedantic. I'm sorry to all the pedantic people out there. I'm basically just putting one in each corner. It doesn't matter. The paper really doesn't have a direction. Now, if it had a direction, I'd have to be a bit more careful. So what I'm trying to do is line the edges up so that the borders all look even. Okay, so another little bit in each corner. And this stuff is, I really shied away from using this tape, but I've actually gotten a bit better at using it. So you'll see probably me more using that more. So same border all the way around. Right, and we'll just use another one. Now, there's also a heap of room on the back of this card. If you wanted to put a big panel on to write a message, then you've got loads of room to do that. So I'm just going to pop this one on and then we'll concentrate on the inside of the card and the decoration on the front. Okay. Okay. So now we're going to open it out and put the other three pieces on here. Now, the one that I saw, she only put these 3 pieces on, and the message was up in this corner, hidden inside the card. Now, I mean, that's a great card too, but I just wanted to change it up a little bit and make it a little bit different. So we've got our corner one. We can use that as our guide. So same border. Don't forget, these are 6.5 by 6.5 centimeters. Your base card is 21 by 21 centimeters, and then the scores are as per as I told you in the beginning. Right. Nearly done. Nearly done. I mean, if you had your pieces already coloured in and everything. Okay, so that's what the inside of the card looks like. This is what the outside of the card looks like. So now we're going to put our pieces on here. So I'm going to glue these onto the backing. And yes, with the alcohol markers, they do bleed through, so you really need to be careful to protect your table, whatever it is you're working on. I'm not saying it will colour it, but it might. So another little border. Now these 2 pieces of cardstock are 7 by 7. So there's like 0.25 millimetre border all the way around. Oops. Put a little bit more on that corner because I missed it. Okay. So just a little bit of attention to detail to get this straight. Okay. So this is our inside one, wishing you all the happiness you can imagine. So what I want to do is I want to get this into the centre. Now, I am going to use some liquid glue only because there might be a case for just wiggling that around to get it into place. So a bit of liquid glue. Now, there's a cross there, and you know, you can measure this up, but just doing it by eye is okay. So look, I think that's straight enough. What do you think? So that's going right in the middle like that. Okay. So this is the easiest way to do this. You don't want to be mucking around with measurements and all the rest of it. So you've got that in place. Now we're going to fold our card back down here, and we need to line this up. And we're going to glue it onto this quarter of this panel only. So this is how I do it, okay? I put a bit of glue on this edge, like that. And then I put a bit of glue on this edge. Now, what I want to do is line these 2 edges up and then press it down. I've got glue on there and glue on there. That's going to hold it perfectly in place, okay? So I'm lining that up. I hope you can see. I'm lining that up like that. And then I'm dropping that down onto that corner. Okay. Now, at the end of the day, the only time they're probably going to see this lined up is when they pull it out of the envelope, or if they've got it flat and they're squashing it down like this, because it bounces up. So that's why I wanted the message to be on this side of it, so that when it stands up, you can actually see part of the message. So when it stands up like this, you can actually see the message in there, okay? So it will stand up like that, and you can see that. But on the back here, you've got a whole, I think it's 5 inches by 5 inches or something like that. You could put a white, piece of basic white. You've got loads of room for a message. And we're going to decorate that now with some gems, which I didn't get out. bear with me. Ooh. I'm going to use the old standby if I can find them. Oh my goodness, where are they? Actually, I'm going to use these beautiful 2021-23 in colour opal rounds. Now, these probably will be gone shortly with the new catalogue, so let's use them up. Let's use them up. Okay, so that's not Melon Mumbo, and that's not Mango Melody, but it doesn't matter. They will go with this, I promise you, because they're semi-transparent. They will go with anything. So we'll use this one here in the middle. See? See? Can't even see it. We've got the, what is that called? Fresh Freesia. So that can go in with the purple. So we'll put one in the purple up here. Look, all these colours, it doesn't matter. It does not matter. Because they're transparent, they're translucent, they're picking up the colours that are underneath them. So it looks really lovely. Looks really, really lovely. And we might do this dark green down here somewhere. There we go. But you can put more than that on there if you want to. Let's do that. Let's do that. Okay, we'll put another blue one there. Oh, and it's not even blue. You know what it is? It's soft succulent. But when it goes onto the blue, it might as well be blue. I think we might put a couple up here near the... Oh dear, I'm terrible at this, honestly. And I've got no nails at the moment, so that's not helping me at all. So let's put a big one here somewhere. There we go. So, what did we call this? We called it I don't know, what did we call it? A corner fun fold. Let's just call it that, corner fun fold. Here are the two cards together. I'll just pop that stuff out of the way. Look, if you have any questions, there's my email address. You can also message me on my business Facebook page. It's all Jill Lancet. If you type in Jill Lancet in Facebook, Jill Lancet independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, you'll find me. You can find me on YouTube. This will be posted on YouTube as well. There are our two beautiful fun fold cards. Just something different for a change, and this one we've put a bit more effort into because we've coloured with the blends, and this one we've just kept it kind of monochromatic with the blue and the white and the there could be grey granite, you know, I don't know, it could be so, I don't know. Anyway, there you go. There's my host code for March, email, my online store, and yeah, I hope you have fun with that. Now that will fit into a, well, where's my ruler? I believe it is 5 inches by 5 inches, but let's have a look. Oh, it's 5.5 inches by 5.5 inches. So you're going to want a 6 by 6 inch square envelope. Okay. Yeah, I think that's all I have for you today. So, yeah, stay crafty. Get some crafting in because it is really good for your well-being. Consider it me time, and we all need me time. We do need me time. I know we're all busy. We're wives, mothers, whatever, husbands, whatever. We work. Some of us work for a living at another job, and of course we've got our own cooking and washing and all of those other things. So just set some time aside for yourself and create something beautiful that you can then share with somebody else. Okay, stay crafty, and I'll see you on the next video. Thank you. Bye.